of DJ Felonies back live on YouTube. Welcome to Twitter News Nightly. I'm your host, TJ Felony, the one stop shop for all your cyber cult news from a clueless know it all. We got a great show planned for you. The Allies of Humanity are back. We had a space last night. Christina was in there. O'Leary was in there, and it's actually taken some interesting developments with O'Leary and his dynamics with this group, and we're gonna get into that a little bit. Jay just pops into this space and asks some interesting questions, so we'll go over that. We're gonna go over some what's trending on Twitter. We got some YouTube stuff. There was recently an incident in the independent wrestling scene. It's taken several turns. A lot of big channels are covering it, and we're gonna cover that. It's giving the independent wrestling scene a really bad look if it already doesn't have problems. Uh, but to start off this show, the title of this show is gonna be Test because I'm a strong believer that everyone gets tested during their life. And we got this thing going on recently with our friend Gabe and these losers on UFO Twitter. Hey, what's up, Broken Hip? And they've been having these spaces where they're badgering him as he's going through this medical scare. And they didn't apologize from the episode yesterday. They actually doubled down. This was Mike. Yeah, he just basically doubled down on it. I don't know what this guy's fucking deal is. I don't know if he's edge lording this, like if he just wants attention, maybe, because it seems like he does kind of starve for the attention of the people on UFO Twitter, his friends, whatever. When he sees other people getting attention, these guys get jealous. So I don't know if that's why he's doing this. But take notice how he turned the replies off. So you have the balls to say something like this publicly in a space, but you don't have the balls to take any comments. I see. It's kind of wild. I mean, that shows you everything that these people are right there. They're willing to put this kind of vile negativity into the ether, but they don't want anyone in their comments criticizing them. It's just so fucking stupid. Give me 1 second. Let me jump over onto YouTube and grab the chat so we can get it up and going. Pop out chat. This is a kind of a clunky process. One of the reasons is because you can't set up your window capture prior because you got to come in and grab this for the chat. You got to grab a URL. It's just kind of clunky. It's an awkward process. There has to be a better process to get this going at the beginning of the stream. Uh, Maybe if I put a window in my opening screen, I could do that. There we go. We're good. Let me make sure. Chat catch. There we go. There's all of our lovely supporters. Oh, you farted in the car, won't air out. Open up all the windows, man. That's awful. Uh, I was over watching Cambion earlier. He had another Wilcox show going. But okay, I had a little bit of an intro rant. This shit from the I'm not gonna play this loser space. I'm not gonna give them any more attention. I don't think that's really uh beneficial in any way to give them any more attention on this disgusting shit they're putting out. But one thing that was very interesting, the Interstellar said, broken it. Interstellar said during the space yesterday, where the we want this guy to get lobotomized space. He said, Tupa, I almost expected you to come in here and be a leader of the community. And of course, just extortion, obsessively laugh emote, because it's like, expect Tupa to do the right thing for once. That's hilarious. And I thought a little bit about that. And I honestly believe that was one of those tests for Tupacabra. The universe, karma, God, whoever the fuck you want to call it. They were testing Tupacabra and they were seeing what are you made of? And it was. Interstellar was right. It was a perfect opportunity for him to step up and be a leader of the community. You have a good chunk of UFO Twitter who is really hurting about what their friend is going through. And you got a guy over here saying off the wall insane shit, basically just to edgelord and get noticed. And Tupacabra had the opportunity to be a leader and get up on the mic and be like, you know what? This isn't right. This isn't what we do here. We're trying to. This is a community about growing as people and learning. This is obviously not that. But what did Tupa do? He got up on the mic and what did he say? Game kind of sucks, bro. That was his input to the topic. Game sucks, bro. Tupacabra, you fucking suck, bro. What have you done that has been worth a fuck for UFO Twitter? Let's go through it. Skyfire News. Fucking sucked. Crashed and burned immediately. Wow, Tupa went over and was a producer on Lolcows Live for what, 2 weeks? He fucking sucked at it. Got fired. UFO Timeline Project. How's that going, Tupa? It sounds like it fucking sucks. His faux Tupacabra design that he didn't even come up with, that he stumbled across Reddit. His story of how he came up with the idea for Tupacabra. I forgot to bring it up. I'll throw it down in the comments, but that was an image from Reddit. It'd been out there for 14 years. We've got the image. I'm sure one of my buddies could put it up. We circulated it. So that sucks, That whole story sucks. What has this guy done that hasn't sucked? They had to create an entire monologue competition for him to win and feel good about himself. So Tupacabra, I would say you fucking suck, bro. If Gabe sucks, dude, you definitely fucking suck. So I just don't Mike, I expected that from Mike because that's kind of what he does. He's just a despicable human. Non-cred, I was really disappointed in non-cred. One thing about non-cred is I've heard all this stuff about him being racist, that he'll go off on these racist tirades, and I always stuck up for him and thought that people were just kind of blowing him shit. Because I had never heard a racist tirade. But it is indeed true. Non-cred, when he gets flustered, does go on racist tirades, which was eye-opening to me. I had never seen that before. Non-cred seemed to say more, malicious, off-the-wall, just sadistic stuff than Mike did. But Tupacabra, yeah, that was a big W or a big L for you, bro. That was a big opportunity for you to really show the community that you do have integrity and the matter if you like the person, Gabe sucks, bro. The matter if you think they suck or not, really it's irrelevant. It's a matter of right or wrong. Kind of like when Red Panda Koala got doxxed with his sister, and I posted immediately, this is wrong, right? It doesn't matter who the victim is if you think they kind of suck. It's either right or it's wrong. So, obviously, Chupacabra failed his fucking test. And yeah, it's just disappointing all around. Uh, Numbers from the episode yesterday were awesome. They're already above 300 views. That episode, which is kind of sad, it's already eclipsed all my um most of my other episodes. It's already surpassed. So, which is sad. That's what people want is the real vile bullshit. All right, let's start going over some X posts. Enough of that crap. We ain't giving it no more fucking attention. I got a doober over here I'm gonna light right up. Give me 1 second, yo. Oh, also, allies of humanity. A lot of people have been asking, like, they always talk about this, like, leader that is getting the information from the aliens. This is him right here, Marshall V.N. Summers, which I find it absolutely interesting that his name's Marshall. Just like Marshall Applewhite, his name's Marshall too. For some reason, that cracks me up that this guy's name's Marshall. But that is the leader of Allies of Humanity, saving the world, one O'Leary at a time. Where's my check catch? What the hell did it go? X catch. There it is. Bye. Alright, y'all, let's go through some X posts really quick, and then we'll get over into the main stories on YouTube. Oh, we're gonna go over this Allies of Humanity space also. We'll listen to the first, like, maybe 20 minutes of it. Not the whole thing. The beginning was the best part. Oh, what the fuck is going on with that? Man, it really doesn't like that, does it? There it goes. It snapped out of it. Dude, that was weird. Could you see all that, like, pixelated bullshit on there? That was crazy. Alright, let's see what I got. Okay, we'll just go down the list. Sorry about that. My ex did some crazy shit. You can see we got Ronda Rousey up here ranting about something. Man, window catches that slow and glitchy. Alright. So I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey, but I'm not gonna say anything crazy. This might get cut, but Darby Allin, little Darby Allin won the AEW championship. It's ever since we've been doing this program. Whenever they do this, when good guys win the big championships and they do this, all the good guys meet in the ring and hug each other. Dude, I hate it. I think it's one of the corniest fucking things they do in wrestling. And it's almost like breaking the wall because even though they're all good guys, they're not supposed to really like each other. So I just cringe whenever they fucking do the yay, a good guy won the championship, let's all hug in the ring. I just hate it. I don't know why, but I just think it's a cliche fucking cringy bullshit. I don't know. Oh yeah. I just want this is for Grider. Grider, I have no idea who this guy is, dude. I don't even know what his name how his name is pronounced. Like it's just a bunch of symbols to me. And Grider jumped in my comments over on all my YouTube videos and was going crazy on me, saying like we all spread lies. Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about, Grider. And this guy that you're like, you say you and your band of obsessive harassers really should leave me alone. I have no idea who this dude is that you're talking to, bro. He's even saying in the post, can someone explain me what the hell this guy is even talking about? Grader, you're losing your marbles, man. You need to chill the fuck. uh, this is a little old, but I came across this with I thought it was interesting. This is a list of all the videos the DoD is supposed to release, and yeah, the deadlines already came and gone. They obviously didn't release all these videos. Um, but yeah, it was cool that there's a list of them. So yeah, this account right here has disclosure org. And you can kind of see, you can tell by the names a little bit of what they might be. Chubby Bam Margera is getting back on his skateboard. Look, he does like a big spin lip slide here. It's pretty wild. Look, you want to see it again? Yeah, Bam. Good to see. Good to see. Um, Interstellar was talking about, yeah, dude, I mean, fucking big spin lip slide. I think that's what that was. That ain't no joke. You never lose it. But, dude, the older he gets, the more he looks like his dad. It's starting to look like fucking Phil skateboarding. This post was kind of funny, but it's old now. Interstellar posted about how the videos were about to drop. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. People need to see. Look at all the vitriol he got. Where does it say they will drop? This is Greenwald. They were requested, but that doesn't mean they will actually be produced. Look how many people were like, bro, they're not dropping. Every fucking post. Says who? Did I miss something? Interstellar got fucking picked apart on that one. It's kind of funny. Here's a post of it looks like Trump. Oh, yikes, bro, that sucks. Let's see it again. Looks like Trump's like trying to resurrect Epstein, like in his little propaganda videos he's been putting out, his AI slop, and
Reckoning has come. What is this?
oh man, right into the pits of hell. That sucks. uh, Charlie Weiser and Grant Levac have been going at it for a while, and yeah, it's just kind of been crazy to watch them going back and forth, and nobody's really paying attention. I like Charlie Weiser. I got a couple more things to go over, then we'll get to the space. Nothing major. Oh, there's the new thing from the Irani propaganda team.
But the pictures tell a different story. Different. Yeah, I've never been friends with Epstein, but the pictures tell a different story. Epstein queen, kissing on the lips, living that scene. She says, never friends with a straight face lie, but the files got Trump by the balls. That's why she was smiling near the ear, hand on his chest, kissing Epstein deep, while the cameras click the rest. Now she's on TV saying we were never close, but the photos got her looking like the perfect host. Epstein wasn't just a friend.
Dude, Iran is winning this war on every front.
He was the key, held the dirt on Trump that nobody else could see. Every wild party, every private flight. Now Netanyahu owns the White House day and night. Epstein queen, kissing on the lips, living that scene. She says, never friends with a straight face lie, but the files got Trump by the balls. That's why Netanyahu got the tapes, got the photos, got the proof. Now he pulls the strings and Trump jumps through the roof. Told him by my ram.
I've said it in these spaces. This is the new battlefield. It's a war of ideals. It's a war of philosophy. It's a culture war. And I mean, you look at these videos, and yeah, it is propaganda from Iran. It is Iranian, probably Handala or those teams are most likely the ones making this stuff. But are they wrong? Like, can you argue with them? Like, how bad do our leaders have to currently be to turn Iran into good guys? Like, seriously.
Start the war like the fuse. Trump said, yes, sir. No way he could refuse because of Melania's nights with the devil in the dark. We're stuck in this war, watching missiles fly apart. She played the perfect wife while the blackmail ran deep. Now Iran pays the price for secrets that she keeps. Sacred defense.
Epstein Queen. Here's a little bit of the Logan Paul video. This is Interstellar UAP.
The top of the dashboard, and they're like hunkered underneath the car, and they're whispering to each other like, I think it's out there. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe we should go out. And
I'm not too big on this video. This is the one the Logan Paul, I believe, took from his belt, and he like stole it from someone basically. And freaking Bob Lazar thinks it's real though.
they're like kind of scared.
Then something appears
It's an old camcorder, I believe. Like an old video camera.
just beyond the glass.
There it is. That orange little circle. That's supposed to be the craft right there.
The craft is hovering extremely close to the car. It's orange and slightly wobbling or undulating in place as if it's on a wave. You can hear the two guys whispering.
What do you think, Carlos? What do you think, chat? Looks like could be fucking anything to me. Oh, you think it's bullshit? Yeah, the story behind it's kind of interesting. Oh, this is, I've been meaning to show this girl's channel. This is Shelby Stardust. She posts her art and photos like this, which is just great. And yeah, I'll show a little bit of her art because it's cool. Look at her artwork, dude. Shelby Stardust on Twitter. If you want to go check it out, you could buy her art. I think she's like a professional artist. She sells her artwork, and yeah, she also posts that photo. So yeah, she's cool as fuck. You can talk to her. She'll talk to you on Twitter. And she's a liberal. She posts liberal stuff. So she's cool. So go support her. Her art's really good though. Look. Yeah, it's really her art. It is. I found her on YouTube also. She's had like channels do little showcases on her and stuff. Yeah, she's cool. I wasn't sure either, bro. I was like, dude, there's no way you're real. You're way too cool to be real. Are you AI? And she sent me some stuff to prove that, you know, like I'm on YouTube. Like I have a YouTube channel and shit. All right, let's get to the space. We'll play a little bit of. I think it's right here. There it is. We'll play a little bit of this. Allies of Disclosure space. Yeah, dude, they're all really cool. She does a bunch that are like Bigfoot. Yeah, those are cool too. She's really good. Alright, let's see. Nah, she's a real person. That does happen to me quite a bit though. There's another girl I met on Twitter named it's like Galactic Federation something. And I didn't think she was real for a long time either. KMF told me she wasn't real, and she sent me a picture of herself holding a like drawing that said like "Hi, I'm real" or something. She's on oh, she's just like a weird edge lord e-girl that kind of floats around the edge of our community. But I thought she might be like an AI character also. Cause sometimes you run into girls and they seem too cool to be real. Like they're just chill and they don't seem to care if people think they're cool, and I don't know, it's like you just don't seem real.
That they have a policy of non-intervention, only sharing their wisdom and insight for those who seek to know about life
Dude,
beyond
I
this world.
like Christina.
Number
I gotta
11.
admit.
Prepare
I
yourself
gotta admit, I like Christina, and I would like to have her on my show and interview her and learn more about her and her group. I'm not facing, covering this group just to make fun of these people. I'm genuinely interested in what they have going on and the dynamics it's gonna have on UFO Twitter. Because eventually we're gonna have a whole on cyber cult like existing in UFO Twitter, and people are gonna have to decide.
for the great waves of
Oh, Larry's already decided, bro.
change that are coming to the world so that you may be in a strong position to navigate these great waves of change and to be service to others.
So a little backup to anyone who's new. This group right here, Christina, Donald, and Michael are all members of this actual group. They're called the Allies of Humanity. Let me and they have writings on the internet. Like they're you can go find stuff on YouTube on them. And they have one leader. It's this guy right here. His name is Marshall V. N. Summers, and allegedly he's the intermediary for the 9 extraterrestrials from all around the universe that are here to give us the message, and he's the only one who communicates with them. Jjust comes in and asks some questions, but it's very similar to the Heaven's Gate situation. Like it's almost like it's to me it seems to be a mix of Heaven's Gate rhetoric and Scientology diagnostics.
others. This will be supporting humanity and preparing it for its future within a greater community of intelligent life. Number 12, do not let anyone persuade you that those forces who are
They're
intervening in the
reading
world
from the
are here for the
scriptures
benefit
now.
of humanity. This represents confusion on the part of the human family and deception on the part of those forces who are here already. Number 13, understand that humanity must establish a boundary to space and that attempts at intervention and persuasion will be ongoing, and that humanity, because it is divided and because it is ignorant about the realities of life in the universe, is especially vulnerable to outside persuasion and intervention.
Christina is really good at what she does, and right about now, I'm probably getting ready to join, and I'm also DMing people like Gabe and Jjust, and I'm like, hey, there's another Allies of Humanity space, and Jjust immediately goes up on speaker when she joins.
Number 14, look to see if you have had any contact with extraterrestrial forces yourself, either through the mental environment or through direct physical contact. Be courageous in asking yourself, Have I had any direct contact with an extraterrestrial force? And if so, what was the nature of the contact and what occurred? Number 15, denounce war as a weakening of the human family in the face of the greater community. Emphasize unity and cooperation in humanity facing the great waves of change and in preparing for its encounters with the greater community in which it exists. Number 16, share the Allies of Humanity briefings with as many people as possible.
Did you hear that one? Share the Allies of Humanity briefings with as many people as possible. These are like the commandments.
And send the Declaration of Human Sovereignty to your friends and associates and to government leaders. The more people who can know about this, the stronger humanity will be, and the more able it will be to ward off intervention and persuasion in order to set its own course.
See, they actually have a plan. Like they have a plot and a plan and a script. O'Leary just wants to tell goofy
To become a
stories.
free and advancing race in the universe. Number 17. Do not believe that the taking of human beings by extraterrestrial forces holds any benefit for humanity. Understand that these abductions are only for the purpose of breeding a hybrid being capable of influencing governments and commerce and religious institutions, and to also create a network of supporters for the intervention itself. This is a gross violation of your rights and well being and a tremendous threat to the future and the freedom of humanity. Number 18, recognize that advanced technology does not equal advanced ethics and morality. Use humanity as a good example of this. Do not think that those who have gained the ability to travel in space represent any advancement in ethics or morality or religion or spirituality. Do not think that they can teach you anything in this regard, for in many cases, you are more advanced than they are in your awareness of the reality of God and the nature of your own spirituality. Number 19, understand that to be free in the universe, humanity will have to meet three requirements: unity, self sufficiency, and discretion. Humanity will have to achieve these goals to a very great degree. At present, none of these are being cultivated adequately. This represents the emphasis and focus for uniting humanity in its own defense and preparing it to emerge into a greater arena of life. Number 20, understand that the intervention that is here in the world today is here to break down human unity. It is here to break down humanity's ability to be self-sufficient society as possible, thus undermining accept this as a possibility will not be able to go out and
As a point here.
and yes, Chris, you have your hands up. Go ahead.
Go
Hi,
ahead,
I can't
Chris.
find where any of those numbers you were just reading are. I have the link here and it says second briefing, why the intervention is occurring. So where am I? Where am I supposed to be?
Follow along, Chris. You're the worst student ever.
You are at the right place, Chris. I always just pick a little bit from a different book, a little part, which I like to start as a
Oh, she has a special book.
beginning to lead up to reading the Allies. So this, if you're interested, I was reading a book called Preparing for the Greater Community. And I was just thinking today that, nobody has the preparation, how to prepare for the greater community. So in this book, Preparing for the Greater Community,
Dude, one thing, I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to be shocked at one thing O'Leary says here.
there is a chapter called Guidelines for Preparing for the
I'm
Greater
not sure
Community. And
where it
this
was,
28
but
points were
it's
I was
why
reading
I wanted to
previously.
go over
So,
it.
but we're gonna go into the book of Allies Book 2. You have the chapter in front of you, and
I told Jjust when she joined, I said, dude, if they get you to read from that book, you're part of the cult. So you better fucking be careful. Because they get you in there and then they try to pressure you to read. I've never seen them put O'Leary on the spot. And that's what I was hoping for. Like, are you ready to read from our book?
who would like to start?
I could start it off.
Oh, Donald. Donald, you're such a loyal minion. You're such a lieutenant to the Allies.
Thank you, Donald. Go ahead.
Okay, chapter
But
2.
excuse me, but is
Yeah.
this
Oh,
where
Leary.
it says where the intervention is occurring?
Yes.
Why?
Why the intervention is occurring? That's
Why the
where.
intervention? Okay.
Yes.
Well, you see what you do, Chris, is you let them start reading, and then you see if those words jive up with where you're looking at.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Chris. Go ahead, Donald.
Thank you. Why the intervention is occurring. You may well ask at the outset, why is our world being visited? Why is there an intervention? There are several answers to these fundamental questions,
All right, we gotta
some of
move
which are
fast motion.
obvious and some are not. Obviously, you live in a beautiful world with great biological diversity. It is a world that has not been destroyed through exploitation, though it is in danger of being so. It is a world that contains immense biological resources, life giving resources, resources that are rare and difficult to find in a greater community of barren worlds. You, of course, do not yet realize the value of your own world. Is our world being visited at this moment? For me,
biological resources, we just always took it as, well, it is what it is. We didn't learn to value it, and so as we facing these critical point in our
I'm falling in love with Christina.
evolution, that we have to engage with intelligent life, this perspective has to be shared with many other people. And who would be able to give this to them? Some people might say that, well, anyone
What is that accent you think? What, like, is that like Russian or something?
else but Earth would be better. Just take me, it would be greater to live anywhere else. They have no idea what they talking about. And this part here, the question is whether you will defend it, protect it, and maintain it, because others will take it from us if we are not protecting this word. And so we have to really grown up. That just kind of jumped out for me.
Go ahead, Chris.
Anybody
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I'd like to point out something I think about a lot.
would be able to give this
Yet yet these small things that the intervention is able to discern.
to me to me I think it was just uh his name was Moritz. And they took man. It's called it's called it was like
Get that? What kind of people? What they look like? And why here? Wouldn't the moon, like some empty crater in the moon? Well, actually, the moon's a pretty busy place. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't think it. Maybe
I'm
Asian?
curious. I'd love
No,
to know.
it's European of
And
some kind.
we
I
should
think
go
it.
find some and utilize them in some way to, you know, solve problems, get rid of the grays. Can the treasures that are hidden underground help us against the grays? That's my one question. And if not, how much could I get for one? And, you know,
What?
what's the best method of securing them? So these people who went down to the cave, what did they find? You said there were gold tablets or something. It's very. I don't want to. I don't want to derail the conversation.
yeah, they find people living down there, and they were actually captured. And so it was very unique because once this Hungarian guy named Moritz was
Hungarian.
captured
That
with
dude.
the
She
couple
sounds
people
like
he was there,
like
and they were
Hungarian
gonna
or
be
something.
killed. And so he started to pray in Hungarian, and to his surprise, these people down in South America, they understood somehow Hungarian, and that
No,
was
it wouldn't
sparing
be
his life.
Hungarian.
So yeah, it was very interesting. So once they
Oh, what I do? Oh, oh, I fucked it up, y'all. 1 second. I might have to back out and come back in. I just want to get the part where more people come in and Jjust starts asking questions. I thought that was interesting. And O'Leary says a couple really wild things. The, basically, yeah, you'll see. I don't want to spoil it. Play, bitch. It's struggling to play now. Damn it. I fucked it up. Here, I'm gonna go to it from a different way. I'll go to her channel. It'd be crazy if they deleted it or like put it private while I was live. That's what I kept thinking Mike was gonna do, and he never did. I was actually shocked that Mike never did. Oh, we'll get it. Don't worry. We got it. There we go.
Collective community.
I'll pacify others and bring them to intervention.
They don't want to take and abuse people, to take what they have for their own
Oh,
benefit.
there's
And
Jjust
they
and
didn't
everyone
even
now.
ask our approval if we are okay with that. So this is really not an ethical contact. It's not ethical that these beings are just going to make secret deals with a handful of people, and there you go, and the rest of the humanity is just going to fall under their direction. Excuse me, I did not agree to
Where
that.
am I?
And
I wonder why it ain't
so
showing me.
let's vote about it, and let's everybody should be knowing all of these events which are happening for over 80 years to make an educated decision if we want this or not. I personally don't want it. So go ahead, Chris, if you want to take over the reading from
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. I think starts with these individuals. Is that where we are?
Oh, Chris is
I think we
reading.
are the inducement will be focused upon
I
two
think I
distinct
Okay,
missed.
okay.
groups. Yeah.
I think I missed the part where Jesus came in and asked questions. Let me rewind it.
People in positions of great economic power and wealth, if they will see.
I knew they were taking sperm from me. I woke up and
Okay, here. I
I knew
wanted
they
to
were
listen
taking
to this stuff.
not spiritual.
Etc. And
There we go.
discerning what's true and what's not.
This is when it starts to get kind of
Just
wild.
a quick line here. They cannot breathe your atmosphere.
Oh, what's up,
Chris, you
Jay
seem to have a
Just?
bit of an insight. Touched on it previously. Would it be correct to say that any soul not in a suit is fake? Yeah. So
I'm not sure I got all of that,
Yeah, I have a problem
but
with some of the
I have never
lyrics says
seen a.
here.
First of all, Sean and I were talking about this. I don't think I've ever seen a gray breathe. I haven't. I've never seen their chest rise or fall. I've never heard breath coming out of them. So, I'll defer to the book on this.
Soulless bastards. They don't even breathe. That's real interesting. He said I'll refer to the book on this. So he's referring to the book. What does that mean? If he's saying, well, what I don't know, we'll just refer to the Allies of Humanity book.
Because it's coming from aliens who know them better than I do. But I know them pretty goddamn well. And no, they don't have. I've heard people say to me that, well, you're just dealing with like low level robots, the short grays. They're just mechanical because the tall grays would never come down on this planet because of all the viruses and the germs and all of that. But that's not true. I mean, tall grays have been in my house more often than the Latter-day Saints would knock at our door. They come in, they have to duck their goddamn heads because they're 7+ feet tall,
Holy
and they walk in
shit! They're more than 7, 8 feet tall.
your
Holy
house.
cow!
They are not scared of anything. I don't
That's like those fuckers from Signs.
know if they have like a force
Do
field
they
around
smell?
them or they
JJ.
don't. They don't have any smell. I hear a lot of people pushing. There's a big
Oh,
growing
what's up,
group
Miss
among
Anthropy?
some lot.
Oh! Oh my god, I killed it again. I just wanted to rewind it a little bit. Dude, why does it keep doing that? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. I just have to reclose it and then play it again.
Doing great. Thank you. Good to see you here. I'm
Avenues in which humanity will likely become
There,
dependent
right there.
on the intervention itself.
Jjust
To
asked
those
some
in the
good
corridors of power
questions.
in your governments, those individuals who are
Jjust asked some good questions, and I wanted to catch that part.
deemed receptive and cooperative, the promise of greater technology and even world
Hi, Miss
dominion will be
Anthropy.
presented. This can be presented either through the mental environment as ideas sent into the minds of these individuals, or, as has already occurred, there may be face to face encounters with the visitors themselves.
all right. Maybe we can stop here for a second. Thank
It's going alright. We just chilling. Going over this Allies of Humanity space. For some reason, I'm fascinated by this group.
you, Dano. That was beautiful. And yes, anybody has anything coming up or anything you like to share regarding this, what you heard?
Yeah, I
Uh,
do.
okay, go ahead, Justin.
Who is they?
What do you mean?
Jjust, I asked that exact same question in the last space they did. I said, you keep talking about like they and these aliens. Like, who is it? Who is they, and who is actually speaking for to these aliens? And she explained it to me also.
Who's
Well,
they?
you kept saying,
I'm not sure. Can you rephrase your questions for us, please?
I think she's asking about
O'Leary was in a really good mood. He was actually like super cordial.
the beings that are here and on our world. Is that right, Justy?
well, you kept
Or do you?
saying they, and I don't know who they are. He kept saying they.
Okay, sure. Maybe I can, because I read the book right now. They say that they cannot function in the world without your help. They cannot breathe your atmosphere. They talking about the intervening alien extraterrestrial forces who are
Yeah, the allies of humanity. That they're the 9 aliens.
presently engaging in human affairs on planet Earth at this moment. So, the allies of humanity, if you guys take your time and you want to read it, you can find it. These are 9 extraterrestrials who given
I've scanned it. I haven't read it word for word, but I definitely skimmed through it.
their briefings to warn humanity. It's an urgent message about the reality of the presence of these intervening forces. They themselves, the 9 beings, are, four of them already given their lives. They had to blow up their ship at the first expedition. They are not interfering in human affairs.
They had to blow up their ship at the first expedition. It's like a science fiction story. It's similar to diagnostics with the Church of Scientology. At some point, these science fiction stories become scripture. It's wild.
They are not in our solar system, so they just
I
given
think this Marshall guy just wrote these stories.
these briefings as wisdom, and so they referring the intervention, these intervening extraterrestrial forces. I don't know, is that answer your questions,
Well,
Justin?
if they can't breathe here, then what are they doing on the surface if they are here?
Well, I mean, why would we go to the moon if we can't breathe there? I love how Christina always she has an answer for everything. She doesn't seem to get flustered, and what that tells me is this is dude that she was chosen for this job because she's good at it. She can wheel and kind of dodge these questions and actually give somewhat of an answer that makes a little bit of sense. If you live in the world of UFO Twitter, it might make some sense.
Well,
Well,
go.
may I?
It wouldn't make sense to normal people, though.
May I, Christina?
Oh yes, please go ahead, Chris.
Um, the book itself is narrated by these allies of humanity, beings from other worlds who don't like seeing our world being taken over by this conglomerate of
The way Chris speaks about it, he's sold. Like he's sold.
uh, of resource speculators and
He adds to it also.
colonists.
He
And
adds to
what they're
there.
talking about, Justin, they don't say it. The they who can't breathe here, those are the Greys. They're talking about the Greys. They're
See, I don't know if that's true. Like I feel like Christina would have corrected him and be like, "Wait a minute, no, that's not right." But he cuz the Greys are O'Leary's biggest enemy. He's everything's about the Greys. But I haven't heard them say that yeah, dude, I mean, the thing about O'Leary is he's a comedic writer. It says in his profile, and he's writing. I think a lot of these people should just be writers. Like they should just be writing science fiction stories.
talking about the Greys interbreeding with humans and creating hybrids. And
They're creative
as you all
minds,
know,
you
I
know,
was
at least.
introduced to a hybrid son they made from me back in 1979 when I was about 17. And I was very skeptical, Justy. Okay. I don't believe a lot outside of what I know to be true, right? But this book,
He's in a much better mood tonight than he was the last space though, where he called us all what peasants and like the lowest people on UFO Twitter.
and Christina have won me over. There is nothing I've heard in this book, absolutely nothing.
Christina has won him over. Let's hear it again.
Believe a lot outside of what I know to be true, right? But this book and Christina have won me over. There is nothing I've heard in this book,
We got
absolutely
him.
nothing that runs counter
We bagged ourselves in O'Leary.
to what I know
So
about the
bad.
Greys. Their ability to control your minds, and the hybridization, the abduction.
Yeah, well, dude, I've never seen any of his comedic performances, but it's so hard to hold an audience just from your voice and talking, and you're so vulnerable. It's just you and a microphone. He was skilled at that, that's where he learned a lot of this. The ability to hold an audience, all that. I think a lot of this, his experience or stories started out as comedic bits. He grew them and built them, and eventually it just became real. I think greed is a lot of it. It's easy to make money on the ufology grift if you have the right mix.
Their efforts, their goal is to take this world from us. This is a beautiful world. It's a prize. It is a effing gold mine. And not just to them,
Listen to
but if you
this.
listened in
He
that
says
first
some
chapter,
funny stuff
there
here,
are
bro.
a lot of worlds who are trying to take this one from us. And they're moving on.
When he says the aliens are after cash money, I forget when that was, but that shit cracks
And like shady salesmen
me.
or real estate swindlers because they want this world. And unfortunately, the rules for them is that they can't
Yeah, character development. You see that a lot in the wrestling business too. It takes time to develop a character.
just start firing off lasers and take this world.
He recently posted a long rant about how his brother was basically leaving the ufology topic or whatever. I'm kind of curious on what that's about. Like if his brother was just like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore or what.
Through violence and war. Because apparently our world is in a very busy stretch of space. It doesn't look it to us, but there's trade routes that run through here. There's a lot of occupied worlds and a lot of worlds that know about ours and they envy it. They want it. It is a gem. So it's not just the grays along with the mantis that
Yeah, but I think he was saying that he wasn't gonna do like the circuit thing anymore. They were supposed to go on a podcast together because he would drag his brother along. He was the UFO cop. Basically, he was the credibility to the stories. Like, well, a cop wouldn't make these things up. And at some point they were gonna go on a podcast together, and his brother just got cold feet and was like, "You can go, but I'm not going." And there was like a rift. He posted about it on Twitter. He even talked about it in a space. I did a short video about it. The end of a grift, I think is the name of it on my YouTube channel.
are working to take this world. There's other ones, I suppose, but I've only run into the grays, the mantis, and one time a couple of reptilians.
So why can't we just
I've only run into this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
take lasers and shoot them down?
Well, that's a good question. When they showed up
Yeah.
en masse,
He blames the aliens for everything, bro. Later on he says that the aliens made his girlfriend leave him, I think, or
in the
took
wake of
her or
World War II,
something.
they really stepped up this invasion as soon as we became a new.
It's actually kind of sad. That's what I've found more interesting on UFO Twitter than the actual topic is just the dynamics and it's sad to say, but how lost a lot of people get.
Nuclear power, because that was a big threat. And it wasn't so much a threat that they were scared we were going to blow them up. They were scared that we would blow up this world. And they want this world. We're just a means to an end. We are just a resource. We are beings that they can build bodies from, that they can live in. And that's,
Skin
we assume that
suits.
because they're abducting people all the time, that they're really into people. It's like, wow, they've taken me 150 times. Not once have they asked me anything, really. Well, they don't have to because they can read your minds. But yeah, so there's a bunch of worlds out there that would love this world. Apparently, it's more beautiful than we even know. That the amount of
The worlds want our
liquid water
worlds?
and minerals and vegetation, they're thrilled by our vegetation.
I just imagine like a world like a big Pac-Man eating another world, like yum 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 yum.
You know how many vegetables and food sources grow on this planet? Like weeds? Well, vegetation is weeds.
Weeds.
Or weeds are vegetation.
Why do they want
love
our
it, and they
weeds?
want it. And that's why even if you go back to the 80s, there are accounts, like even in Bud Hopkins books, of people, driving down a highway, witnessing grays digging something, some plants out of the ground and
Listen to this.
stuffing them into a sack. So they want it. But the main
Listen to what he says.
there are accounts, like even in Bud Hopkins books, of people, driving down a highway, witnessing grays digging something, some plants out of the ground and stuffing them into a sack. So they want it. But the main
Have you ever heard that? The only story I've heard was the one on Ancient Aliens where the Gray gave him a cracker and he traded him. It was asking for water or something. But I've never heard they were digging fucking onions and potatoes out of the ground. Like I've never heard that story.
is the insane amount of biodiversity. There are billions of species on this world that they can use for various reasons. They can exploit them. These are exploiters.
If I were going to
And
be abducted, Chris, I'd wear one of like those those things that you can't rape someone with. They can't like open them up.
You know what? I instead of that, I would wear one of those tracking devices that you put on like your kid's backpack or something before they go off to kindergarten. Like, wear one of those. That way you can be tracked the whole time.
No, I don't. But hey, it's worth a shot. You know what I mean?
Can I
Um,
jump in just for a second? I just wanted to clear this up because the allies are giving us so much information. You know, these aliens are functioning here for many, many decades, and they have not really given us too much information. They functioning in secret,
I just want to stop this for a second and remind you all that we should be worshiping the allies right now.
and they don't want to be revealed, obviously. And the allies are giving the crucial information that they say that there are
Allies.
more than one collective functioning in the world and competing. They are in competition. Who's gonna be the leader of humanity and who's gonna be the owner of this planet Earth? So this is like that's why people are engaged with many different beings. We see many
Christina's good at talking too.
different ships, and people have different experiences. They all have an agenda here, and there are many eyes are looking at humanity, you know, who are testing the water, you know, what they can get away with. Some of them, they are looking for a permanent home here, and that's why they need to hybridize if they want to be
You know who this Michael guy looks like? The guy, the speaker two to the right. He looks like, you know, Penn and Teller. You know the little one, Teller. He looks like, yeah, that guy, the one that doesn't talk.
functioning in this environment. And as it revealed, you know, I don't know, you guys got into the room a little later, but we were reading a little part, you know, how the greater community functions here, many of these races living underground, and that there are many dangers coming into this world. You know, they cannot just do whatever they want. They, many of them, they cannot breathe our atmosphere, and they are susceptible to all kinds of viruses and everything. So they
I
need
don't
to
know what
hybrid. They
he's
need
trying
a
to
hybrid
connect to.
individual with our stamina to function
Everything connects to Gray's abducting him, basically.
here, and they've been doing this. If you guys read the
He goes on a rant about how there's clone O'Learys around the universe here in a minute. There's a couple more rants I want to hear.
David Jacobs' book, Walking Among Us, that's well underway. They've been creating these hybrid beings. Chris had a hybrid son in a very early stage hybrid, but nonetheless, they are, through this genetic manipulation, they are creating this hybrid individual who's gonna look like a human being, but their mind is gonna be aligned with these aliens. So, yeah,
So
it's
who's
it's not
winning, Christina? Like who's winning the war?
well, there is, you know, there is no
they
winner.
are.
There is no
See that if Chris is gonna be a good member of the cyber cult, he's gonna have to learn hierarchy and rank because you have to defer to the leader Christina there. She was about to give an answer and he goes, "They are." Listen. It's a good question.
look like a human being, but their mind is gonna be aligned with these aliens. So, yeah,
So who's
it's not.
winning, Christina? Like who's winning the war?
Well, there is, you know, there is no
They
winner.
are.
There is no winners yet. You know, the future is not set in stones. But as the allies reveal to us, humanity is not aware, and we are not preparing for this reality. We don't see the picture clearly, and we have a romantic view of the universe. We think everyone who's coming. From space, they're gonna be coming for uplifting us, enlightening us, to guide us through from our errors into a new I don't know, like many people have this romantic view, and that's kind of natural to people to hope for good relations with other people. You know, you hoping that somebody is not going to be evil to you and want to take everything, but the
Oh no! Oh, I skipped it. We're gonna move on anyways. Nothing more really happens. It's just so Leary goes on a rant. If you want to go listen to the whole space, it's not very long. Here's the account right here. Christina Lee. It was in Nasi Navara Corum, whatever the fuck that all means. She they just O'Leary goes on a couple more rants. He talks about how he's got clones around the universe. And then one of the parts I wanted to get to, but I'm not. I think we might be past it. Is he says earlier in the space that he invited several new people to come join this space. So not only is he now referencing the book, and referring to the book and promoting the book and the allies. He's inviting new people in to come in, and it's just like, bro, what? Like you're, I don't know if he doesn't understand, kind of like. I'm wondering if O'Leary just thinks these are just like a little group of UFO Twitter people. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if he just hasn't put it together or what, but it's something I'll keep an eye on though, and I'll keep joining their spaces, and we'll monitor them, and we'll bring the next ones to you. Let's get over to the lab. All right, we're gonna get over to the lab and watch some YouTube crap. I got an update on Keemstar and Boogie. Some really ridiculous shit happened on Lolcow Network. We're gonna go over that last. Um, And the first thing that I wanted to go over was this crazy independent wrestling situation. I know people might not, wrestling, whatever, but this is a wild story, and it's taken a lot of wild turns, and it seems to be just giving every couple days. There's another turn that it just thing you didn't expect it to go this way, especially from where it started out as. And yeah, we'll get over and start playing some of it. I got a couple videos to play. I'm not gonna do any political bullshit today. I'm not gonna do any political bullshit today because I just don't fucking want to. I got a couple videos here that I was gonna cover. I got a couple older CKY videos I thought about showing too. Um, Actually, I will show this one real quick.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced a significant breakthrough in the use of unmanned technologies on the front lines. He made this statement as part of his congratulatory address to defense industry personnel. According to him, a unique and unprecedented event recently occurred on the front.
First time in warfare history.
For the first time, Ukrainian forces captured an enemy position solely using ground-based robotic systems and drones, without the use of infantry and without.
For the first time in world history, units solely made up of drones and robotics are taking prisoners on the front. Ukrainians have developed their drones and to a point where they're now assaulting entire positions and taking prisoners with nothing but drones and robotics.
Loss of life. As a result of this operation, the occupiers surrendered. Zelensky noted that systems such as Radel, Termit, Ardel, RIS, ZMI, Protector, and Volya have completed
No
over
shit.
20.
Yeah, I just came across this. Dude, it's wild. This is how Ukraine's been able to hold the line. It's by being the cutting edge development of drone warfare.
22,000 combat missions over the past 3 months. This has yielded a colossal result, saving thousands of lives.
Because their army is small. Their numbers are small compared to Russia. They're dwarfed. They have to maximize every man. And dude, it's completely brilliant what they're doing. And we're instead of learning from them and picking up their tactics, we're shitting on Ukraine with this idiot Trump regime.
In fact, robots were sent to the most dangerous frontline zones instead of soldiers. According to him, Ukraine is focusing on saving soldiers' lives through the development of modern technology. At the end of March, the 225th Separate Assault Regiment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that Ukrainian defenders had used drones to rescue 2 prisoners of war from the Russian troops. the soldiers released a video showing drones trapping the enemy escort. The Ukrainian POWs were able to escape. A few days earlier, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine Alexander Syrsky stated that in March, robotic systems completed 50% more tasks than in February.
Dude,
according to him, Ukraine's defense...
They're developing that shit rapidly. I honestly think Ukraine could still not just hold off on a stalemate, but actually push Russia out. Russia has to be running out of numbers.
Defense forces maintain the strategic initiative and are preventing Russian
quality numbers anyway.
troops from resuming a large-scale offensive. One of the key factors behind Ukraine's advantage is its unmanned systems forces. These units are currently delivering the most massive and effective strikes against the enemy. For 4 consecutive months, starting from December 2025, our unmanned systems units have been neutralizing more enemy personnel than Russia is recruiting into its ranks, Syrsky said. Thus, in March...
So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't want to go into anything about the conflict in Iran. I just don't feel like it. Alright, we're gonna get into this independent wrestling story. Let me find the right one. I don't want to play the wrong one. There it is.
Now, this tweet here from We Are Wrestling that was tweeted on March 30th.
This story, man.
That comes with it, you know, the whole hot dogs.
The independent wrestling scene is already, you know, just looked at as almost like a traveling circus. And this shit just made it all look so much worse.
Right, so the world of independent wrestling. Where do I even begin with it? Independent wrestling has so many stereotypes and just kind of negativity that comes with it, you know, the whole hot dogs and handshakes and scummy promoters and getting paid $5 and a corn dog to do a destroyer off a 30-feet rig into glass and stuff like that. You see, a lot of stuff with indie wrestling is very overblown.
This is
it's not
top
right,
10 wrestling.
It's incorrect. It's just overblown, like I said.
Top 10 wrestling on YouTube if you want to go check it out.
It's blown out of proportion, but also a lot of the stereotypes and thoughts that people have on indie wrestling are simply true. And indie wrestling in 2026, in parts of it, can still mirror the early Wild West days of independent wrestling in the 2000s, and you just get so much carny BS. And this recent situation that has happened in
the independent wrestling world is where younger guys learn the business and learn how to work safely. And it's almost like the minor leagues of like football or, you know, college football. You could compare it to that.
In the American independent wrestling scene has had me scratching my head for a whole week now. And in the last 24 to 48 hours, it's got even crazier and more bad.
This shit is so ridiculous, man.
I am talking about wrestlers potentially faking a stabbing and getting wrestling banned from a venue. It is just a crazy situation. I don't know what else to say about it. Well, as it turns out, I actually do. That's why I'm doing a video right now. So leave a like on this video and let's talk about just the crazy indie wrestling situation that is going on right now. Let me make one thing clear. I love independent wrestling. I love talking about independent wrestling. I always want to try talk about indie wrestling on this channel as much as I can. And I'm talking about this situation mainly because it's funny, but I don't necessarily like that I have to trash indie wrestling like this and that situations like this happen. But this situation is truly just crazy, and there was no way I couldn't make a video on it. I actually have partly discussed this already in my podcast.
Well, I know who that girl is. That's Shotzi Blackheart. She was recently released from the WWE, so she's down in the independent circuit now. And she wrestles guys, and it's just funny watching her do all these destroyers.
This past Sunday, and that was well before anything had...
Okay, that's Kroll. That's the guy at the center of all this bullshit.
...truly transpired, or it got even worse. It was only the first half of it all, and I thought it was over after that. So here's just a quick recap of where we started with this story and how I discussed it on my podcast in great detail. here's that clip for you now. This tweet here from We Are Wrestling that was tweeted on March 30th details an incident that took place at a recent Ruthless Pro Wrestling independent show regarding Cruel, or Mads Cruel Kruger, who you might remember from my MLW reviews. He just lost the world title. But yeah, the tweet reads, scary incident took place over the weekend at Ruthless Pro Wrestling event on Saturday night. A quote fan stabbed Cruel MLW wrestler with
This is the story that broke to wrestling fans all around the world. Holy shit, a crazy fan just tried to stab Cruel at an independent show. And Cruel is kind of beloved in the independent circuit. He's a monster. He puts on great matches. He's been grinding for a long time. He's really respected. And that was the story that went out originally. That some asshole fan tried to stab Cruel, and then all the other wrestlers beat him up. And you can see
his knife after his watch, to which the full locker room saw the knife, came out and kicked the guy's ass and kicked him out the building. Mickey Knuckles, another pro wrestler who worked the RPW show, that is a funny name to see, confirmed that Cruel was stabbed in the abdomen. And Cruel has revealed.
So right there, that's important. That guy, Mickey Knuckles, confirmed that Cruel was stabbed in the abdomen.
Since then that he is fine after the incident. So yeah, what you're reading is that Mads Cruel Kruger got stabbed by a fan at an indie wrestling show. That is nuts. And this video here doesn't show the stabbing, of course. I mean, I'd literally be banned from YouTube for life if I showed that, but it does show all the rest.
So the only video we got to see was all the wrestlers beating the guy up in the corner. That's all they released at the time. This right here. And there's one guy.
A whole load of people just dragging him out the building.
Yeah, one guy getting beat the hell up by a bunch of professional wrestlers.
Okay, I don't know how much of this I can show, but oh yeah, this guy here just comes in and just starts wailing on him, and yeah, eventually they get him out of the building. What a mad incident that is. As Big Lou Nixon, who is a wrestler who I believe was working this show and was at the show, detailed this incident to Cultaholic, and this is what was said. At the start of the show, I was speaking to Cruel. Cruel told me that the guy went up to the merch stand at the start of the show, started asking Cruel how much all his merch was, and then went, I'm not effing paying that, and then walked away. This guy was front row during...
You gotta understand, at these independent shows, wrestling fans are complete pricks. A lot of them. The ECW ones, you were almost expected to be an asshole. Especially to the heel or the bad guys. Like, that's called heat. They want to be hated. It's part of the business. So it's not abnormal for a fan to be being a drunk asshole.
Cruel's entrance, he's like a big monster. He walks around. The guy stepped out the front row and stepped in front of Cruel on his entrance and like squared up to him. Cruel obviously didn't break character and made him look silly, and then during the match I think like the guy got knocked out of his seat. The video that you see happens after the show. Now currently the guys went up to Cruel's merch table at the end of the show and squared up to him and started going, let's effing go then, let's effing go, and then tackled him. In the tackle, that's when he must have shanked him because Cruel didn't realize he got stabbed until...
Liars! You're liars!
After. And then Mickey Knuckles, who was mentioned earlier, also had her own quote about the version of events she saw. It was after the main event, after the show, Cruel, Schlack, and Lou Nixon were out at their gimmick tables selling merch, and his fan came up and just started staring down Cruel. And so Cruel just stared right back at him. Next thing you know, the fan tackled Cruel through the table, and while we had him on the ground, he stabbed him in the lower right quadrant of his...
Dude, so what ended up happening, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a spoiler. More angles came out, and this is not even close to the reality of what happened.
At that point, the boys saw he had a knife, so they just started lighting him up. They didn't want to take the chance of the mother effer stabbing them too. They pushed him towards the door. Somebody Spartan kicked him down the stairs. Bloody hell. But there's also an anonymous source who said at the Ruthless Pro Wrestling show that while Cruel was attacked, they don't actually believe there was a stabbing. But all it says is that while he saw the fight, he personally didn't see a knife, so it doesn't really... disprove anything. It's just he said, she said. But regardless, Cruel was attacked by a fan at a wrestling show, which is just a stupid decision to make. you know, especially at the end of the show when no one is busy, so you're just gonna get your ass handed to you. So yeah, that was all I said about it at the time. It was totally he said, she said, all kind of unresolved.
So why another reason this is a big deal is a lot of big podcasters went out and shot episodes talking about it, about how awesome it was that all the wrestlers had Cruel's back, about how, you know, we need to, and dude, it's bullshit. The fan didn't do anything wrong. You're about to see.
Nothing really confirmed. No
Fan
video
didn't do
evidence
nothing
really to
wrong,
prove
man.
anything other than a video of the fight that was already in the middle of it. It had already started. We didn't see how it transpired or how it started out or where it escalated.
You're about to see, bro.
Etc. etc. Foreshadowing. And yeah, if you want to get more clips and moments like that, then listen to TTW.
One of my favorite podcasts, Romero and Dancing Stevie Richards, they had to go and issue another statement because they had a whole episode. Then they had to go and correct it once. People are pissed. People are pissed. And this venue that it happened at, another beloved independent company was supposed to have a show there the week after, and they shut down and said no more wrestling. And it was a venue that everyone loved using. All the different companies liked using it.
Spotify page down below. Listen to the video podcast with everything in wrestling for the week. This video was going to be part of TTW Sundays, but I had to do it standalone because it's just crazy, okay? And like I said, yep, I thought that was all it was going to be. I thought the situation was over, but no, because new developments alerts. So first of all, something to mention, of course, which I have said already, is that this incident took place at a Ruthless Pro Wrestling show, specifically a Ruthless Pro Wrestling show that took place at the Berwyn Eagles Club in Berwyn, Illinois, which, as far as I have found out in the last 24 to 48 hours, is a very historic indie wrestling venue.
Right.
It's been running indie shows for like nearly 20 years now, or over 20 years.
Yeah, it's beloved. Like, it's recognizable in the wrestling industry. So, and they don't know if they're gonna do wrestling shows anymore. Here I'm gonna go to this one and
yep, I thought that was all it was gonna be. I thought the situation was over, but no, because new developments alerts. So first of all, something to mention, of course, which I have said already, is that this Right, so we've spent the last week or so covering a very crazy incident and very crazy occurrence that took place in independent wrestling. As what was first believed to be an incident that saw an indie wrestler getting stabbed by a fan at a show has now ended up being confirmed as totally fake, and the wrestlers made up a stabbing story, and as a result they've got themselves, the company they work for, the venue they were at, and the entirety of indie wrestling in a lot of trouble. Let me just recap the events for you now. A video was posted showing a fight that broke out between Mads Krul Kruger and a fan at a Ruthless Pro Wrestling show at the Berwyn Eagles Club back in late March. This video at the time only showed the scuffle as it had already started, didn't show anything that was happening beforehand, but accounts from Lou Nixon and Mickey Knuckles, who were wrestlers working the show, claims that the fan pulled a knife on Krul and stabbed him in the middle of all the commotion, leading to the locker room to come out and eject him. There then was also an account from someone in attendance that yeah, there was this big scuffle that went down, but there was no stabbing incident as it was said, but at that time it was just all he said, she said, and it looked to be just the story of the moment, the story of the week, and we'll all move on a week later. Until this incident would actually end up having widespread repercussions on all of independent wrestling, as a result of this incident, GCW, or Game Changer Wrestling, probably the leading indie wrestling company,
sorry, it was
had
a wrestling
to cancel one of their upcoming shows at the Berwyn Eagles Club, the same venue where that incident took place. With GCW booker Brett Lord
Jeremy, I said, sorry, it's a wrestling episode.
Lauderdale claiming that this was in relation to the recent Ruthless Pro Wrestling incident that they were not able to run this venue.
After that real negative episode yesterday, I just wanted to cover some things that are just a little lighter, even though this is kind of dark. But I just wanted to cover a couple things that were different than that bullshit.
And that the stabbing was faked. He called it a fake stabbing. And now there are even more answers and questions that needed to be raised, as a historic independent wrestling venue in the Berwyn Eagles Club was now no longer running wrestling shows, apparently because of a fake stabbing, but still, it's all he said, she said, until the other video angle was discovered, in which it shows that the entire
here's the angle where you actually see what happens.
Thing was provoked by Cruel throwing the first punches.
Look, that's the guy. That's the guy that they all beat up right there. The Hispanic guy pointing his finger. And he is being mouthy, but they definitely throw the first punch and attack him. Watch.
Fan, which did not meet the version of events that was spread by the roster of RPW.
Look, right there.
And in this video, there was no knife or no stabbing that could be seen at all. It didn't seem like any of this had happened. And in just the last 48 hours...
So, that video right there, you see Cruel starts punching him first, and then the guy kind of turns him and puts him against the wall, and like 30 wrestlers come out and beat the hell out of the guy. Like, everyone's getting kicks and punches in. The guy was being mouthy and kind of had his finger up, but it was obvious that these wrestlers threw the first punch. And yeah, they painted this whole fucking ridiculous story about it. It's just complete bullshit. All right, let's watch this, Steve-O.
I was just kind of printing money, you know, like selling merch, like.
I thought this was kind of funny, how Steve-O's been doing. Podcast Cringe is the channel. This was Steve-O on Joe Rogan. I don't know if you guys saw this Mr. Beast contest, but apparently Steve-O won it, and it didn't make him famous, so he, like, any more famous, so he's sad.
Like crazy, and like everything was just going so well. A point after that where I felt like, man, the internet turned on me. When I see a negative comment about me, if I agree with it, then it really bothers me, you know, and I got to do something about it.
Oh, burn, bro, when the negative comments actually fit.
You know,
the problem with the internet is it's overwhelming. It's too many voices,
right?
Too many different people. That's why I would never recommend for a person like you to even read the comments.
Right. What I did.
A person like you. This is interesting.
Was
do you have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow? Is that what that is?
That's exactly.
How long do you have to keep that for?
I don't have to keep it for any amount of time, but
it's not a bet or anything.
I mean, it is a bet how long I last before I get it lasered off.
Oh.
But I've been doing really well with it. And
it's not even a good dick. It's like a weird dick.
Like, apparently the dick on his forehead was part of how he won the Mr. Beast celebrity contest. It was like, you know, I guess like a jackass contest.
Like a banana dick.
It was done by Post Malone.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes it even better.
But I was very shocked when I got it that my life didn't really change a whole lot.
Steve-O went on JRE this week. He's basically in full damage control at this point. Here we have yet another Rogan adjacent character who's in the process of Brendan Schaubing themselves.
He comes off as fragile as fuck.
And I think that exchange I just played for you about the dick tattoo on his forehead pretty much tells you everything you need to know about where Steve-O's career is at right now. This is a 50-year-old man who got Post Malone to tattoo a banana-shaped penis on his face, genuinely expecting it to change his life, and then he was shocked when his life carried on exactly as it was before. But for those of you who don't know, Steve-O recently won...
Oh, there it is, right on his eyebrow. Yeah, I never saw it. Here's the Mr. Beast thing.
The Mr. Beast Celebrity Challenge in January, and by his own admission, after his career peaked in 2022, he was surprised at just how much nobody gave a flying fuck that he won a challenge with over 100 million views. He seriously thought it was going to give his career a third leg, pause, but then started complaining to Rogan about how nothing's really changed. In fact, things have actually gotten worse for him since then. Just last month, he had Harland Williams on his Wild Ride podcast, and in his never-ending quest to be an edgy 50-year-old, he tried to give a hot take on the ICE killings, which totally...
Have you guys seen this shit? What he says about immigrants? This is insane. You're not gonna believe this.
Backfired. I mean, even Harlan was like, what the fuck, dude? What are you talking about? So, making an appearance on JRE and Kill Tony as well, by the way, completely makes sense. There's a very specific type of guest that ends up on JRE these days. It's the place to go to when your reputation needs rehabilitation, or you need Rogan's public approval to sleep at night. Joe Rogan's podcast has quietly become the most expensive therapy couch in podcasting, and Steve-O's episode is a perfect example of that. So stick around because I'm going to take you through exactly what happened with all the cringiest moments, and honestly, this episode had way too many to choose from. But make sure you check out the link to my Patreon in the description below. I just dropped a 48-minute documentary on Shane Gillis called The Shane Gillis Curse, and just a few days ago I also dropped a video covering the Kill Tony Stalker. So if you want to see...
We'll watch a little bit of this one, then we'll check up on what happened with Boogie and Keemstar, and then we'll probably wrap it up.
My uncensored long-form commentary, head over to Patreon and check out my catalog of over 50 videos covering all the stuff I can't put on YouTube. As for Steve-O, for some reason he thinks his career peaked in 2022, not 2002.
Man, dude, I was on high the year of 2022. Like, we had our Jackass movie in theaters, #1. The big, like, you know, my profile was all, you know, like, the world just opened up from the pandemic. Everybody had stimulus money, and they were just revenge spending. Everyone wanted to go out to show.
Dude, his voice has always bothered me. This froggy-ass fucking croaky voice.
And there were no interest rates. Money was free.
That's probably from all the Air Duster, right? Like, he was heavily hooked on Air Duster for years. Like, decades even. I bet that caused that.
It's just like a perfect storm for me to have the most successful year of my life. I was just kind of printing money, you know, like selling merch like crazy, and like everything was just going so well. I don't know if maybe like you become...
The theme of the episode was test. Every once in a while, the universe jumps up and tests you. Steve-O failed his test. Yeah, whip it, voice. Exactly.
More successful, and like people get angry at you. You know, a point after that where I felt like, man, the internet turned on me. People
You
saying
hear that?
Like,
the internet can turn on you. It can happen like that. It's a cautionary tale.
All I do is promote merch. You know, like there's a bunch of different stuff. 2024, 2025, like very mindfully addressing the criticism with which I agreed. And I felt like I made like really good progress repairing my.
So what's also interesting is the dynamic between a guy falling off, like becoming irrelevant, going on Joe Rogan to try to resurrect your career and hang on to some, you know,
reputation, even though maybe I didn't even need to.
I don't think you needed to.
Maybe not.
So this whole conversation literally started 40 seconds into the podcast. Bro came with one message and only had one thing on his mind. He was after that Joe Rogan bump, which unfortunately doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen are two of the most frequent guests in JRE history, and they've been relegated to a storage unit in the middle of nowhere to record a podcast that nobody listens to. Actually, I think they're moving from the storage unit into another place soon. Oh, and Brendan's getting sued by his former baddie wrangler, and he's also getting sued for breaking his
guys living in a storage unit? What the fuck?
Lease back in LA when he moved to Austin. Oh, and he's also still being sued by a former business associate for selling shares he allegedly didn't own. And it's looking like Podcast One isn't going to renew his commercial agreement later this year. Yeah, so about that Rogan bump, huh? Anyway, Steve-O sits down with Rogan and opens up about what he calls the best year of his life, 2022. Jackass Forever was #1 at the box office. He was selling merch like crazy. The world had just come out of the pandemic with stimulus money, and nobody had anywhere to spend it. By his own account, he was making more than double his next best year ever. And then the internet...
Wow. 2022, he was making more than double his best year back during his MTV days. That's crazy, man.
turned on him. People started calling him out for over promoting his merch, being a shill, overexposing himself. And here's the thing, Steve-O agrees with it. He took the criticism on board and thought,
Dude, I'm sure you watched more Rogan episodes than me. I just don't watch that shit at all. I don't like the guy.
yeah, you know what, that's fair. But the thing about Steve-O is that his career peaked so long ago in the early 2000s that he spent the last 25 years coping with the fact that he's no longer relevant. I mean, this is the guy who genuinely thought getting a boob job would save his career. I'll get to that in a moment though, because
Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to be mean. It just is what it is. Here he is on that Mr. Beast thing.
like I said, Steve-O thought he'd hit the jackpot earlier this year when he won the Mr. Beast Celebrity Challenge.
Well, and he got clean, like, I mean, don't feel bad for Steve-O. I mean, the guy's he's living just fine.
Except as it turns out, nobody cares. I mean, who knew?
He just can't have the one thing that he wants the most, to be 25 again.
And then coming into 2026, I was like, wow, I did this. I texted you. I was like, dude, I got on this Mr. Beast thing. I won the whole damn thing. I just thought, oh, man, this is going to be life-altering. And, like, it came in, like, I had one kid come up to me in an airport and say, dude, you're Steve-O from Mr. Beast. And I was like, oh, wow.
Different generation.
But other than that, I thought it would be life-altering, and it really wasn't. Whatever you want to call it,
Why did he think winning a Mr. Beast Biggest Idiot competition would be life-altering? That's a little weird to me, too.
Clash this thing. To me, it feels like the whole world hates me, like when in reality, it's probably not.
No, reality, everybody feels about you the exact same way they did before.
Right, it's crazy, man. It's crazy because I'll walk around and think man, people are looking at me, maybe they hate me.
He has social anxiety. He walks around worrying that everybody's looking at him like, bro, you're a washed hack. It's like in his head.
All right, hang on. First of all, credit to Steve-O for openly admitting that literally one kid in an airport cared about him winning the celebrity challenge. But the irony of this entire conversation is so fucking poetic. Think about it. We've got two of the worst comedians in the world sitting in a podcast studio while one of them complains that nobody cares about who he is anymore, while the other one comforts him with absolutely zero knowledge or interaction with the real world. Steve-O's getting the old don't read the comments pep talk from Slow Joe when clearly Steve-O needs to be reading the fucking comments. But it's even worse than that. The problem isn't that he refuses to read the comments. I mean, clearly he's reading them. He just doesn't like the solution. Obviously, if the solution to being an unfunny, overexposed, washed-up celebrity turned comedian is to disappear and do something else with your life outside the public spotlight, well, that's not the solution you want. He wants to be loved and celebrated like he was 25 years ago. So really what he's asking Rogan for is to help him become relevant again. And that's the uncomfortable truth that Rogan will never say, because the same thing applies to Joe himself. Like I said, it's poetic. Steve-O's cultural moment was Jackass on MTV in 2002. That's where the fame came from, and that's where it will always live. Those shows were pulling in 4.5–5 million concurrent viewers on cable.
Ouch, my feelies. Yeah, it's harsh. I wanted to see the part where he says the crazy shit about immigrants.
At a time when there was no streaming, no social.
I'll find it real quick.
Objective that it's just if anybody can shit on a special if they want, and I saw
it was Woody Widod with the guy from this guy.
More preparation for this show.
Joe, it's Dimitri.
You're such a sick fuck. You send you back to Canada for what you've done to me. Stupid. You had to see it's warm.
It's been in my groin for 2 hours.
That's the dude from half baked.
This in his pants.
You
the
won't
entire
touch
time.
the cauliflower this time, or you'll touch my groin more.
He's actually kind of intelligent. He puts Steve-O in his spot. It's actually kind of
I'm not
funny.
into plants, but I really like snake.
So Steve-O's trying to keep up with this energy, all edgy and shit, and so he decides to do a bit about ice deportations.
Just because they're a certain race or a certain culture, I don't care if you're from Canada, China, Russia, Mexico, wherever, there's a process. I did it.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and pretend, ooh,
Right.
If I did it wrong and I got caught, I'd have the balls to go, okay, you got me, I'm going home. But I won't do that to begin with because I respect the boundaries of every country.
Right, and why is it that so many people who don't have this respect that you have are murderers?
Say that again now?
There's so many of these people who are illegally in America.
Right.
It's like the majority of them are murderers.
No, that's a fallacy. That's a huge fallacy.
No, that's a fallacy. He puts him in his place. What a moron. Watch
Think about it. Think about
bad hombres.
7 billion people on the planet. What percentage of those human beings in all cultures across the globe would you say are murderers? Less than 1.1%. How many human beings wake up every day and go, I'm going to take the life of another human? It's such a small percentage. So to then say, let's say there's 30 million illegals, to say that most of them are murderers, that's improbable.
Dude, I think he went back in the little bathroom area and hit some whip it because he's acting goofy.
It's probably, the reality is 0.1% of them are murderers. Now, they're bad people, they're murderers, so they shouldn't be here, but most of them are not.
Well, okay, fair point, but a great many of them are trafficking fentanyl.
Yeah, look, when you're here illegally and you might not.
Well, a great many of them are trafficking fentanyl.
Have the means to go through legal channels to work or find a way to feed your family or whatever, there might be a propensity for you to have to do illegal activity to feed yourself and keep your lifeline going. So that's more probable, but murder doesn't make sense. Most people don't murder. Have you ever murdered?
No.
That's so rough to watch. The best part is how Haaland was like, bro, what? Steve-O got fucking fact-checked by Haaland Williams.
Look how those guys are looking at him right now. Like, they don't... Dude, they're almost like, is he fucking serious? Harlan's actually pretty intelligent.
On his own podcast, and that is not a flex.
Then I have Harland Williams on my podcast. Okay.
Listen to what this little bitch baby tries to say.
He's one of the weirdest funny guys of all time.
Like,
this snake is on this desk because he kept it in his pants the entire episode, telling us that he had a tapeworm, and then he pulled it out at the end of the episode, and I've left it on the desk ever since. And when Trump was in here, I left it on the desk, and he got so excited. He goes, "Thanks for keeping Dimitri on the desk while Trump was in there." Like, he's just such an oddball.
He's so magnificent. Let's play with Harland Williams. Okay. At some point in the episode, I think at one point I said, how about politics?
He tries to say that he was like testing Harlan. Watch.
Just thinking to myself, this absurd guy, if you ask him about politics, like how does his absurdity navigate that? Oh yeah, well all this shit with ICE makes perfect sense because the majority of immigrants are murderers, right? This is the most patently absurd comment that I've ever made on the podcast. And yet, after...
Dude, what's ridiculous about it is it was recorded. Everyone can go back and watch the podcast. You weren't clipped out of context. Like, what the fuck?
After it comes out, it gets clipped on its own. But it genuinely looks like I wasn't kidding.
What a little liar.
And then I open up my phone.
You were not kidding. You had to get put in your place by the goofy guy from Half Baked because you were so out of bounds.
And it's like basically rotten hell uses that, like, you know, like you think like all.
So now he's talking about how it wasn't fair. After he said that on the podcast, he got heat. And listen to what he does to try to fix it.
Immigrants are murderers. Like, Joe, I could not be more the opposite of that.
Right.
You know, like
you're being sarcastic.
I could not have been more like, I could not have been less serious. Posted on my Instagram.
Okay.
Like for clarification, I said I was so shocked to believe that this absurd comment that I made was like taken seriously. But like, just, you know, I can't believe I'm gonna have to do this. But for the record, you know, less than 0.1% of the population is ever gonna commit murder. But if you want to know how I actually feel, if there's a group of people that's more likely to murder someone, it's ICE agents. You know, like, and so then as soon as I post that, now like the whole other half of the world
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that either.
Right.
So to try to make up for it and do damage control, he went on and made a rant about how now I think the ICE agents are murderers. So then he added both sides, calling him a stooge. Like, dude, you're just saying things now. Like, it's hard to feel sorry for the guy. Alright, let's get to the law cow stuff. We're gonna go ahead and end it on this clip. This is Ozzy Cobb, and this is how Keemstar and Boogie have been entertaining the masses.
Holy God, what are you showing me? Hey, come on! Boogie 2988, Nightmare. How are y'all doing today?
How are you doing? I didn't really understand a whole lot that happened here. A lot of times you can't really catch why Boogie's even upset, like what he's pissed about. A lot of times it's fabricated just for the show, but this shit got out of control.
I'm doing great. I had a good day. I was with my family most of the day, though.
I'm gonna fast forward it.
Once, we'll tell you it's on, and you can just leave it. You're just not going to see yourself.
I don't want to talk about the sad shit that happened today, but
I haven't upgraded your PC. That shit is embarrassing.
These guys are such losers that he has on the show now. I don't recognize any of them. Especially this guy that Boogie
my
hates.
Meta PC died. My Meta PC died, so we just got
machine. Buy a good PC, you type
I'm not
bitch.
doing
What?
that. I'm not wasting money on that shit. That ain't happening.
What you wasting
new
money on an
motherboard
arcade
is
machine?
69.
This is how
I
you
got
get
it ordered
paid.
from Newegg. I
Oh my
got
God.
a new motherboard for 69, dumbass. I'm gonna pay
Bro,
$2,000 for a streaming
you
rig
literally
when I have one.
You literally paid.
Yeah, these guys are lame as fuck. I didn't know who the guy that showed up at Boogie's house was.
Near $9 grand.
All right, everybody in the chat, I have put a
That's
goal
embarrassing
up
from how
on
old it is.
I've put a goal up on the screen. If we get 100 members, Boogie gets the fucking axe.
Absolutely not.
You on live.
Alright, let's
Serious. And the whole fat camp thing.
Dude, look at this weird looking motherfuck. Who is that guy? Who are these monsters?
I knew he was never going to show up because he's not about that life. The whole Houston thing.
Who is this guy? This guy down in the bottom left.
He's not about that life. And the fact that anybody takes him serious at all is crazy. Now, if you watch him and you're like, I'm in a bad fucking mood.
Okay, so I know that you had a very traumatic day today, Boogie, and that's really giving you a hard time. Desi being upset over the chicken, you getting free food sent to your...
So, yeah, I'm not sure what exactly Boogie freaks out about. A lot of times, like I said, you don't know why he's upset. But somebody from the show, they send him to his house, and then Boogie calls the cops on him. It's crazy. Just
Your house that you could just eat on fucking stream. You know that people aren't going to have time that you've done it. This is you trying to lock in on something small that happened in your lives, and you're trying to use that to garner sympathy from the fucking audience.
yeah, I've heard criticism about how Keem's grabbing these guys off of fucking Discord servers or whatever the fuck. That guy is awful to look at.
So the same way there's
JC.
working people, there's food grade chicken.
Nobody
People,
cares
some,
about the chicken
some
thing anymore.
classes are meant to serve.
Fuck
Stalin had that
them
right. Stalin had
stupid
that right.
You can't
fucking
agree with
chicken.
Stalin. On it. 7:45.
Right, lit. JC, do me.
All right. Here's okay. This the other guy shows up right here, and Boogie hates this guy for some reason, but this guy works for the show.
Call
Red.
him.
For red, I'll call him, Kalo.
No, call him
For
right now.
red. I'm not
This fat guy up here, I think, with the sunglasses.
Call
fucking
him right
call him.
now.
It's my fucking phone. I'll call him
right
for
now.
a fucking
Kalo's
red.
here.
I'll call him for a red.
Kalo, welcome to
Oh no, it's Kalo that shows up at his house.
Local Live, brother. Turn your camera on. How are you feeling today, Mr. Gold?
I just woke up.
That guy. This guy, they just woke up. Dude, they walk him into an ambush.
From a nap.
This is
What's
an
up,
actual
Kalo?
serious mission that I need you to get on for me, okay?
Okay, what's up?
So, are you able to drive to this Asian market that's quite close to Boogie and get some balut for Boogie to eat live on air?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, because it apparently closes in about 50 minutes.
And I never did figure out what the fuck they were getting him. Some kind of eggs or something that he was gonna eat them on stream. I don't know.
Better hit the goal quick then, huh? Because I don't think anybody wants to see it anyway.
And Boogie will sort out everything for you, okay? You can.
I
speak
don't
to
think
Boogie about
anybody
that.
wants. If you want to
Okay?
stiff Kalo, go right ahead.
No one's.
So they're just coming up with dumbass ideas. Like, well, you go buy this and we'll make Boogie eat it and people will give us money. It's basically just like the most pathetic game of truth or dare you could ever imagine. That's what Lolcow Entertainment seems to be with these guys.
Boogie, you would not fucking dare stiff Kalo if he's going to go out of his way to help out the show by bringing you the thing that you need to eat?
Not my goal, not my idea, not my goal.
I thought you
not
said
my
if it's
idea,
showing a
not
set
my
a goal.
I paid for over
I thought you said if it's no scamming, just get.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. I've seen him on videos, but I've never seen him person.
Get yourself ready, Boogie. You.
Those like late, like half-born chicken eggs. That's disgusting. Dude, who would want to see that?
If the show when it's set to goal, you will respect the goal.
Boogie, we're halfway to hitting. We're halfway to hitting the fucking goal.
We're not
You're-
Dude, look at that goblin in the middle of the screen.
No, you want the place to close before Kalo.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about. I've seen them before. It's one of the. I think Asian people do it.
Go ahead, Kalo. Get ready, my man. Thank you.
I want it to close before they hit the goal.
We're a 5-bomb and a 50-bomb away. For real. Now I want this for you.
Shitload of trauma today. I have to pay my taxes. Oh, like $42,000.
You said
You're paying him then.
Never was, never will.
You are. If you're making him fucking run around like that, you're paying him. Simple as.
You think I'm
gonna
paying
make
him
turn
to
his Uber Eats
traumatize
on.
my wife
Who the fuck are these people?
to do something
I'll
I
pay
don't want to
Kalo.
do? Not going to happen.
It's to
I'll pay
duck,
Kalo.
not a chicken.
I'll pay Kalo. I don't care. I'll pay for the egg.
What did you think was going to happen?
They're all wearing black shirts.
Send him the address.
My show, bitch.
Can we talk to Desi for a second? Desi, which animal is smarter, chickens or ducks? Which are more intelligent?
Ducks?
Uh-huh. Is there such a thing as a domesticated duck, or are they pretty much wild and intelligent no matter
All right, let's get to when he shows up at his house.
Kalo's the champ for tonight. Let's be
He
real.
found on his own because Boogie didn't send him the address.
Imagine, bro.
That's what we're doing. Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck
Oh, no,
So,
let him in there.
If you're seeing what's happening, the guy just showed up at the door with the eggs to do the skit, and Boogie is going crazy.
Boogie.
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 He's got the axe in his hand.
Xylee, clip this. You're going to love this next segment.
fucking death. He's lucky he didn't get killed. Right?
He's got a freaking axe.
All you guys
Oh,
were-
shut up.
Call him. Call him.
Hey, I
Halo.
deserve to stay up here, okay? I made this happen.
I'm here.
Go,
I didn't just walk in his house. Desi let me in because I told her.
Desi, his girlfriend answered the door and was like, "Whoa, you guys doing the chicken thing?"
No,
What
we
are you
know.
doing?
We figured Desi obviously let you in. Look, I was telling Boogie he's a piece of shit for that. He needs to just let you in because you for every 20.
I can't believe Boogie did this shit, man.
Yeah.
It gets so much worse. It takes such a weird turn.
Yo, throw your 20s in. For every 20, Kalo is going to go gently knock on Boogie 2988's door to let him know that he's still outside with the eggs. Mike, he kicked Kalo out.
Axe about talking, motherfucker. So what are you doing on my goddamn property?
I'm here because they told me.
And who the fuck is this guy? I don't understand why Boogie is confused why that guy's there.
God, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to jail tonight.
Boogie,
what are you doing? Your eggs and your car.
I'm not afraid.
Oh,
you better be.
That's
motherfucker,
right.
turn that shit off. Because I am not getting banned off. I'm not getting my channel taken down to beat your ass.
Kalo, keep your camera on.
I'm not afraid of you,
Do not
Boogie.
turn your
I'm
camera.
telling you, they're going to call
Listen
the
to us
cops.
now, Boogie.
And the cops are going to be here in minutes.
He needs
Alright.
to disconnect from
Good,
Boogie's
good,
Wi-Fi. It's
motherfucker.
too far from
Do you think Boogie called the police or did the neighbors call?
the house.
I am
Dude.
officially giving you a warning to get the fuck off my property.
Did he really? I didn't hear him tell him. I heard him say, I did hear him say, you tell him to leave it on the doorstep. Don't come in my house. I did hear him say that. But
This is your official warning. I have a recording of it.
Okay.
Now, are you going to get off of my property or not?
Steak, do I have to leave?
I still
chat.
I still think Boogie should eat the egg. I mean,
Oh,
you know, we
he's
didn't
eating
eat
them.
right now.
Yeah, well,
dude, he is smashing those things. He's already eating them.
we can't see you, Boogie. We can't see, bro. All super inappropriate, bro.
I agree.
Here. He's waiting for me on the road.
He's waiting in the road.
Look what Boogie does next. So the Kalo or whatever the fuck the guy's name is goes to leave, and Boogie's blocking the street with that axe and won't let him get out. So that tells me the Boogie is the one that called the police. He wanted to keep him there until the police got there.
Axe and the eggs.
With the axe and the eggs.
Are you shitting me?
Yes. No,
He's
I
in the
can't
road with
leave.
axe and eggs.
Dude, Boogie is crazy.
Look,
Boogie
you
has
can
to make
see
this
him.
I
right.
feel bad for his.
Look, you can see him wandering around in the top right. He's like pacing back and forth in the middle of the neighborhood with that axe in his hand, blocking traffic.
When Keem gets in, somebody explained it better than I did.
Look, they all have to go call Keemstar. Keemstar, Boogie's gone crazy again, blown up the skit.
What just happened?
So Kalo's blocking the exit out of the neighborhood with an axe and the rest of the eggs in the street.
Can some
Dude, that image of him all small out in the road is so funny.
somebody call him and get him to just drive away?
I can't. He's in the middle
He's
of the
in his
road.
way.
There's no exit.
Okay, drive at him.
See him right.
Kalo, listen to me very carefully. All right? You
Do
see
I
the
activate the sirens?
Listen to me, Kalo.
That guy have sirens on his car. He said, "Should I activate my sirens?"
You're going to drive towards him, go near the garbage can, right?
Like you're going to go around him on the right and instead take the left.
Boogie's a zombie!
Boogie is really being a bully, dude. Kalo, are you okay?
Okay. Kalo.
No.
Dude, they're all celebrating because Boogie was that guy was able to escape without getting axed by Boogie. Now watch what happens.
You don't mind if I come inside? No, I need your help to do some paperwork.
The cops are there. He's got the police.
What's going on? So I've got a content creator who lives in Northwest Arkansas.
Turn your camera on.
Constantly comes into my house, comes to my property unannounced. Other side in there, so thinks it's okay. Today he walked into my house unannounced.
What did he say? The guy was a co-worker?
I'm not okay with that. I chased him off my property. I'd very, very much like to file some paperwork so I have a legal recourse the next time.
No.
Dude, that is the moment you cross the line. You want to file paperwork on your co-workers? Your boss? Like, who are you filing it against? Your boss? It's so stupid.
Desi, let him in.
I don't care. Yeah. My wife let him in because she didn't know any better, but I still don't want him on my property. Is that reasonable?
Yeah,
Am I being a reasonable person?
Where is she at?
Yeah, but you don't need the police for that.
Sorry, they made me eat eggs. I'm doing a stupid YouTube show. They made me.
Dude, and then he starts going, they're making me eat eggs for this stupid YouTube show. It almost sounds like he's being exploited. Like, he's almost like asking them for help. Like, help, I'm being exploited on YouTube. That's what that sounds like to me.
Raw baby fertilized eggs. I'm going to change shirts for your discretion, sir, if that's okay. Hello.
Hello. So yeah,
Which it is dumb as fuck, but I can't believe Boogie did this.
he said to the property, came to the yard, and he was like, I'm supposed to be
He
here.
is your coworker.
I got the
It's not meant to be in my house. I don't care if it works. Do you want to
Help,
talk to
officer,
him?
I'm trapped in the basement.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Sorry. So, first of all, I'm focusing on. What's your name?
Someone said, help, I'm trapped in the basement. Because when they donate money, it reads it out.
My name's Desi. That's right. That's right.
I'll be right back.
Bro, this is.
I wonder where Keemstar broke off to. You think he went to call the lawyer? Where'd he go? Why would you not keep an eye on that?
Boogie, this is so fucking bad and wrong.
You guys told me to go over there. He knew I was going.
Yeah. Talk to the piece in there.
This guy, they woke him up and were like, hey, we need you to drive over here with these eggs. And he ends up getting a police report made on him. Oh, you think he was trying to call Boogie?
I want to talk to that guy too. This guy stalked the guy on camera right now. Keemstar.
This is crazy too. He accuses Kalo of stalking Keemstar.
Okay, this guy stalked him. 1 sec, okay.
I didn't stalk Keemstar. I never been to Keemstar.
I have it on video many times for Keemstar said he
Like, he just starts launching all these allegations at all of his coworkers. Dude, what the fuck?
So fucking bad and wrong.
You guys told me to go over there. He knew I was going.
Yeah. Talk to the piece in there. You're gonna want to talk to that guy too. This guy stalked the guy on camera right now. Keemstar. Okay, this guy stalked him.
You're gonna want to talk to this guy too. He's stalked him.
1 sec, okay.
I didn't stalk Keemstar. I never been to Keemstar.
I have it on video many times for Keemstar said he because of my previous experiences. I'd much rather have a record of this conversation.
I can't say the word.
You want to record?
Shut up, Michael.
Unfortunately, this is my job, and I'm technically at work.
Okay. All right. As long as it doesn't distract you too much.
No, it won't. Okay. What's going on, man? I've got a coworker who lives in my area. Okay. To spend a little bit of time with him, I try to get kind of cool with him, but people continuously send him to my home, which I told him, you're welcome to come to my home, but the thing you're delivering, he's got to stay on the front porch. I said it over and over and over again. Say that again.
Boogie did say that, to be fair.
He said he's going to deliver something, and I said, I'm okay with you delivering it. Stay on the front porch. Yeah. Leave it on the front porch. I have a record of me saying that. Yeah. Next thing I know, I turn around and he's standing behind me. I shot through my skin. And so I probably overreacted. I reacted very angrily. Yeah. And I told him to get the hell out of my house. I picked up the only weapon that I had near me, which was just an axe I used for cutting wood and stuff. Yeah. We were doing home remodeling.
Dude, the fact that he told that cop he grabbed an axe, psycho, man.
So we've been using it to knock down walls and stuff.
Come on, bro.
And I had it laying next to me. I used it as a prop on YouTube as well. Sure. And I grabbed it and I'm like, get the hell out of that while he's standing on my yard. So I made the stupid decision to go out and I saw him live streaming from my yard. So I made the stupid decision to confront him there and let him know that it's time to go.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what. I mean, it looks like one of the softest dudes in the whole crew. I don't know why. And also, right when Boogie told him to leave and started spazzing, the guy went outside. Where originally Boogie said stay on the porch and everything's cool. Well, he went outside, so calm the fuck down.
Okay. What did, out of curiosity, what did he drop off? They wanted me to eat some sort of Asian delicacy where you have to eat a raw baby chicken. Okay. And this was this like part of like a
They wanted me to. It sounds so weird. That cop writing it down in his little book. Raw baby chicken.
Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. Okay. So which again, I have no problem with eating an egg. Okay. I ate 5. I don't care. I'll eat an egg. Yeah. Right.
The only thing that saved Boogie was Keemstar likes the content. He thinks this conversation between Boogie and the cop is funny enough to save him from the fact that he just did all this.
Your therapist, you're okay with him coming over, dropping off the thing, but you want to. Well, I'm specifically okay with what I tell him to do. Yeah. If I say today you're welcome into the property, I would be okay with him being in the property. Yeah. If I tell him today, do not come in. Obviously. Then that means today don't come in. And what did you told him today?
Make that clear, okay?
Yeah, Boogie, Kayla was just trying to help the show, okay?
He doesn't help me by coming into my house unannounced, buddy. It's not happening. It's not you, not God, not nobody is coming to my house without my permission. Ends today. Ends today. Ends today. I don't get. So my question.
Did you say the Keemstar owns the house? So he technically could give Kalo
why forfeit
Boogie assaulted
leave my house? Absolutely. Just because my wife let him in. Well, hold on. We're going to talk to the cop. We're going to talk to the cop. Because my wife let him in, do I now have the permission? My name's on the property. Her name is not. Yeah. Do I still now have permission? You have the right to have. Absolutely. Okay. 100%. So came wrong. Yep.
Well, he left, but he left when you.
So Keem's wrong.
Your wife lets him in, that's okay. He did not leave. He was still on my property. Okay.
You were standing in the middle of the road with an axe, so he couldn't leave.
On the road because I wanted him to be here when you got here. Yep. I absolutely did. When you told him to leave, what did he do? Like, how long did it take for him to leave? And did he protest in any way? Yeah, he protested quite a bit. Said no.
I want to get Keemstar.
Charges if he's not been given express permission by me, not fucking Nightmare. Me.
I understand that. I understand that you're upset, but when it gets to the point where you want to file a police report, you're not for this universe anymore.
Cow Live is dead. You may.
That was the kicker right there. You start filing police reports on the boss and your teammates. Yeah, like at that point you're not on the same team anymore, right? Just crazy. The Boogie took it to that level. I'm interested to see where it'll lead. Probably to nothing. A lot of it was a skit that turned, into something it wasn't meant to because you can't really control Boogie. That's kind of the appeal of him. It's why he's one of the only real law cows on the show. He's pretty unpredictable and is, genuine law cow. I don't know why he's got them other losers on there, but alright, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. It's kind of a slower one tonight, but I wanted it to be after last night. I just wanted to kind of have a little bit of a chill stream, kind of like my my hero DSP. Anyone watching back later, if you haven't subscribed, like, share, all that stuff, please go do that. Anyone that wants to support financially, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/TJ Felony. You can leave your name blank if you want to stay anonymous. I'll probably be live tomorrow night unless something goofy happens. I wanted to do a episode about Gigi Allen, crazy punk rock guy, and also I wanted to maybe continue the theme of the Jackass crew, and I've got some old Camp Kill Yourself videos, CKY, and we might watch some of those. Bam back when he was younger, and then we'll watch some old newer skate videos with him. We'll compare it, kind of keep the theme of the jackass losers. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all probably tomorrow night. If anyone wants to pop over on X, it's at Felony Talk on X. I'll probably be over there, maybe in a space if there's a friendly space going. But I'm not gonna be engaging in these drama spaces where we're talking about, who can say the worst shit about each other. I'm not doing that anymore. So if you're expecting me to join that crap or see me there, you're not going to. But other spaces that are actually good conversation where I feel welcomed and, I can speak my mind, I might still pop in those. So yeah, pop over on Twitter at Felony Talk. My DMs are always open. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace out. Be good to each other.